In the early hours after D-Day, the success of the Allied invasion hung on fragile connections between scattered beachheads. One town stood directly in the way, Carentan. Small on the map, but enormous in importance. Carentan was the key link between Utah Beach and Omaha Beach. If the Allies failed to take it, the invasion forces would remain divided, vulnerable to German counterattack. The task fell to the men of the 101st Airborne Division, many of whom had parachuted into Normandy in darkness, scattered, wounded, and already fighting for survival. German forces knew Carentan's value just as well. Elite paratroopers and battle-hardened infantry occupied the surrounding hedgerows, canals, and flooded marshlands. Approaching the town meant advancing across narrow causeways under direct fire, with no cover and no retreat. As American paratroopers began pushing south, they moved through terrain that turned every step into a gamble. Marshes swallowed equipment. Machine gun fire echoed across open fields. German artillery zeroed in on the exposed causeways, turning them into killing zones. One of the most brutal fights erupted along a narrow road later known as Purple Heart Lane. German paratroopers of the 6th Fallschirmjäger Regiment poured relentless fire into advancing Americans. Casualties mounted fast. Entire squads were pinned down with nowhere to crawl, nowhere to hide, yet the paratroopers kept moving forward. Small unit leadership proved decisive. Lieutenants, sergeants, even privates took command as officers fell. Using grenades, bayonets, and sheer determination, airborne troops forced their way through the hedgerows, knocking out German strongpoints one by one. By June 12th, American forces closed in on Carentan itself. Street fighting followed. Snipers fired from upper floors. German defenders launched counterattacks with armor and infantry, attempting to throw the paratroopers back into the marshes. For a moment, it nearly worked. But reinforcements arrived. Elements of the 2nd Armored Division surged forward, crushing the German counterattack. Tanks rolled through the smoke-filled streets, and by June 13, Carentan was firmly in American hands. The cost had been steep. Hundreds of paratroopers were killed or wounded in less than a week of fighting. Many never lived to see the town they had secured. But their sacrifice achieved something vital, the unification of the Allied beachheads. Utah and Omaha were now connected. The Normandy invasion could expand inland. Carentan did not fall in a single dramatic moment. It was won yard by yard, hedgerow by hedgerow, by exhausted men who refused to yield. This documentary honors those paratroopers who jumped into darkness, fought through flooded fields, and bled for a town that helped change the course of World War II.